Oh, alrighty. Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fighting dinosaur action. A lot more interaction, my goodness. Savage Stomp, I think we all know Savage Stomp there. If we target a dinosaur to fight, it costs a single green. We put a counter on the creature that we target, fights. That's good stuff. It's, our dinosaur interaction removal, although we are getting Triumphant Chomp with the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, so we'll have to keep that in mind. But Tail Swipe as well, we'll get into that in one brief second here after I turn the image off. Boom, good. Oh, I've been disconnected. What is oh, I already had Arena open. Well. Let me fix that for a second. Sometimes I forget I have the client open, but then I reopen it and it makes things go all funny like that. Excuse me. Fortunately, it connects. It connects pretty darn quick. Alrighty. Whew, dinosaur fighting spells. Yes, that is what we're all about tonight. I almost forgot the little guy at the bottom there. The proud dino. Hopefully some of you guys are proud with the level of interaction. A single target. I took out the 4 sweepers. Brotherhood's End, Anger of the Gods. Yeah, I had a rough time last night, and oftentimes I do with a spell. It's something that's not a creature. It requires 2 red or 2 of any of my main colors, and I certainly love going into green, as many of you guys know. Heavily green here. Oh, well, it doesn't look like it. 18 to 25, but no, it's heavily green. There isn't anything that needs double red. Usually, I only need 1 red a turn. That is a little bit higher with Rampaging Ferocidon, however. But it's not too high. I can probably have at least 2 sources, but rough with that. Early sweeper, I may need to cast it on turn 3. There could be a good chance that I don't have that second source of red. It could easily be a Castle Garnbreg in a forest in a secluded courtyard, or it could be a stomping ground in a forest in a secluded courtyard, still waiting for a source of red, another source of red for an instant or sorcery. Secluded courtyard is quite nice, I must admit. But Tail Swipe, instant speed interaction for a single green, lovely stuff. Greasefang, if we face Greasefang, we bring this in. Chances are we have a creature that is at least 3 power, so we get to fight Greasefang, boom, take it out. It doesn't cheat out that vehicle from the graveyard, which is very nice. And I just realized I didn't resize myself. My goodness. Gotta work on the transitions here, so it's nice and smooth. Right when it starts, I just automatically shrink down. Oh, one day I'll do that. Oh, well, pretty much perfect. Right at the bottom there. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah, back to Tail Swipe. Choose target creature you control. Target creature you don't control. If you cast this spell during your main phase, the creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Then those creatures fight each other. Usually I would try to play this during my main phase, but the main part is it's interaction, instant speed for 1. I got a lot of big creatures. Chances are the creature we target is going to survive, but if it is Shieldred, I could cast this in my main phase. Target Topiary Stomper. It would get +1/+1, so it would go to 5 power. Trade with Shieldred quite nicely there. But it's just going to be nice if we have to interact with something instant speed. Thing in the ice, right as it's flipping, is on the stack. We won't try and fight Thing in the ice if we suspect that they could cast a few things in response. A couple spells for 1, flip it to the Awoken Horror, bounce all our stuff, and then nothing happens. We gotta wait until they've done the final thing. The trigger's on the stack before Thing in the Ice flips, and then we fight it, kill it. Everything is still bounced. But as you may have seen last night with the Phoenix match, it doesn't matter because then we just replay it, and it's still pretty good, especially with Topiary. Adam, how's it going? Yes. I try to master as much as I can, even if somebody, well, If somebody thinks they're a master, maybe they're not a master, because there's always room for improvement, room to learn. No matter how long you've been doing a thing, keep doing it and figure out the best way. Tweaks and stuff. Of course, there is lots of variance in Magic the Gathering. I could lose every single match tonight, and there may not be a whole lot I could do about it. I could go second in every single match. That's just a part of life. But it's definitely nice to have all this interaction, I must say. Master of Improvement Paradox, yeah. But it's nice, knowing you can always tweak, get a little bit better. Experience different situations, some you may never have experienced. A lot of you guys might not often have 2 Marauding Raptors out, and you're stuck with Regis or Alpha in your hands. But you have enough, you can just play it to boost both Marauding Raptors to 6-3. Both Marauding Raptors ping 2 dinos each. Even though you lose this, you're sitting at 12 power when maybe you wouldn't have wanted to play Regisaur, but you could do enough damage with both Maraudings temporarily being at 6 power, things like that. Very interesting fringe scenarios, which is a very good point. It's good to get on this topic. A lot of these things that you might see, they don't happen often, and they may not almost ever happen to you. But if you know about all these separate possibilities, then you can prepare yourself, because chances are you might face one of those separate possibilities. There's a very good chance, even though you might not face all of them. If you bundle them all together, it increases the overall possibility. Now. All right, a little bit of a tangent there, even though nothing changed a whole lot. Just the sweepers switched out for tail swipes. We're going to be swiping away some opponents' chances, taking out a lot of big stuff. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. We got lots of fantastic bodies. Not too worried about aggro. I think having Rampaging Ferocidon, a cheap early creature, punishing opponents who play lots of cheap early creatures should be good. Maybe deterring a little bit of aggression, then having 7 interaction spells, single target interaction. I think that should keep them down with the bodies. Seems like a pretty good plan. And Tranquil Throwback, of course. Maybe we're going to face Izzet Phoenix again. Oh, it's devastating. My, oh my. Hopefully I face it again. Scary, scary stuff. Knowing we have such a fantastic option with that. And if they bounce it again, we replay it. Enter the battlefield effects. Enter the battlefield. Marauding Raptor getting bigger when other dinosaurs enter the battlefield. It does the trick. Packs a punch. Alright, I say we just jump right into it. Cut to the chase. I have to make the thumbnail for the early access streamer event tomorrow night, which I'm going to be trying to do. Trying to get it working. Seems pretty straightforward. You have to download a different client and use your name to sign in. I'm excited. I'm going to try out some drafts, make a future standard dinosaur list, or what I think will be my favorite standard dinosaur list. I can't wait. That's going to be nice. Not sure how I'll do the thumbnail though. Something like this. Ta-da! Very simple. Dinosaur early access streamer event. Dinosaur Masters Lost Caverns of Ixalan early access streamer event. Any combination of titles just felt like too many words though. And I really like keeping the amount of words off a thumbnail. I think it clutters things too much. Sometimes it works, but when you have an event like a early access streamer event, that's already pretty long there. And hopefully this is not Bant Lotus Field. When I see Impulse, I sometimes think Lotus Field. They use that to dig for Lotus Field there. They look at the top 4, put one into their hand and the rest on the bottom. So that's digging pretty deep for something like that. Now, Simic ramp, kind of something, elementals, no. Oh, Lotus Field with the Sylvan Scrying. Huh. Okay, we know what's what. Yeah. I mean, this could be rough, but it also could be quite nasty indeed. Now I'm going to go with Rampaging Frostodon. I'm going to save that Marauding Raptor. I certainly could have played both, but if they don't do much next turn, then I would actually lock myself out of Regis or Alpha. I want to maybe play it. Maybe they'll take out Rampaging instead, or they'll make it. Oh, they're going to do it. The mana, Thespian. They did it. Oh my goodness. This could be absolutely devastating. Certainly Regis or Alpha. Hopefully we'll get them. We may not, certainly, because they have 2 Lotus Fields now. Too little, too late. It's as much as we possibly could do. The other Marauding Raptor could have been nice. 6. Yeah. We'll see. They have to have a sweeper this turn or they die, so that's okay. I hope. Of course, when they have 6 mana, they can untap lands, do all kinds of shenanigans. Teferi, hopefully Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, doesn't come down swinging. Pour over the pages, traditional. They spend 6 mana, or they make 6 mana, but they spend 5 for pour over the pages there, untapping the 2 lands that they draw 3 cards. Hopefully they don't chain too many of them. But now they're up 1, so they have a potential 7. If they play another one, they have a potential 8. And it just keeps going downhill. But they must do something this turn. I mean, chances are, with all the lands and, all the lands that make mana and the cards in hand, Chandra's Hope Speaking is, that's going to be rough. They can make 2. They can cast 1 spell. Okay. Something to untap things, I think. When Chandra Hope Speaking makes 2 mana there with the +2. 2 mana in any combination. Oh, Bindix Exit. Okay. They have one blue left to untap a land. Oh, they have 2. And they die. Huh. Okay. They're tapped out. That's the land they played for the turn. Can't do anything else, can they? Oh. Got him. Whoa. Phew. There you go. We were aggressive enough that they didn't find an answer to take out the things. Boom. What a way to start. But we know what it's all about. They kind of try to build up to the Lotus Fields as fast as humanly possible. But sometimes it's not fast enough. Do I like Rampaging Frostodon? We'll see. Let's think about this Chandra Hope's Beacon. Enters with 5 loyalty. She could -4 to deal 4 damage to 2 targets, taking out the Regisaur there. Marauding Raptor. Kind of rough. Keeping in mind that she could take out 2 things with 5 toughness if she wanted to take herself out and use up all the loyalty. Nothing really at 5. She could take out a Planeswalker. Counter spells? Well, it's not the usual Lotus Field that I face. That's Azorius. White and blue with Strict Proctor. Huh. Tranquil Frillback? Perhaps. Don't think they cast too much from the graveyard. I'm scared of Chandra Hope's Beacon. If we see her, we're going to take her out as soon as possible. Would something allow for that? I think a shifting. Although an early Rampaging Frostodon could be pretty nice. I don't think they're playing too many creatures. Shifting Ceratops, I mean, with the protection from blue and can't be countered, that's got to be quite a bit more durable than Rampaging. It might be the only reason that a thing lands and it connects and it takes out Chandra Hope's Beacon, although this hand, this is rough. It could work. There's a very good chance to draw a source of red with 11 or 12 sources. But having to name this dinosaur or name it human to get the hunt masters down and not have a source of red for marauding, because that can only tap for mana of any color for a human, would be rough. I think we'll try one, a little less awkward. Actually, you know what? We're on the draw. That's alright. We took a game from them. We got Carnage Tyrant, even though we have 4 copies of Carnage in the list. Okay, the Topiary Stomper, not too bad. Play that forest first, just in case we draw a source of red. I don't want to name human for Secluded Courtyard if I don't absolutely have to. Okay. I'm gonna name Dinosaur. We're gonna get that marauding down. At the very least, we would still get Topiary. Maybe they take out marauding. Anyways, but then Topiary next turn is going to grab our source of red, our single mountain. Okay. They don't have a Lotus field yet. That is good for us. They don't have a whole lot of anything. Oh, Castle Garenbrig. Even better, we get Carnage Tyrant next turn. No matter what. That's alright. I like it. I almost grabbed the forest there. I'm not used to grabbing the mountain because usually I at least have a source, but sometimes that happens. Like I was saying at the start with the sweepers that require 2 red, you get stuck in this situation where you need to cast it on turn 3. Sometimes it's hard to have those 2 red sources on turn 3. You don't want to be waiting, so we'll still interact. With the single target interaction, we'll get the job done. Keep them down low. Pretty low, I hope. I think they can pay 2 to untap something. Okay. Alright, they're tapped out, but again, they could do some painful stuff. They have a Thespian stage. They have to pay 2 plus Thespian stage itself, so they have to tap 3 lands or use the mana from Lotus field plus Thespian stage. So already they have to jump through a hoop to do something rough. But I think I'll just go with Xenagos. I kind of like Xenagos. I also like Vivian Monster's Advocate. That's a toughie. You know what, let's go with Xenagos. Just in case they do something bad. We got the guy down. We can double marauding. Do a wee bit of damage. I like it. Anytime we play Carnage Turn, it's going to have haste. And if we played Carnage Turn, we would have been attacking with it next turn anyways. The same if we played Xenagos. And if they have a sweeper, well, they would have lost Carnage Turn. But they probably won't sweep with all this out. They'll still take part of their turn off to make one of those Thespians stages into the Lotus field. They could make both. Lotus field plus that Temple of Mystery makes a total of 4 mana. Oh, that okay, good. What did I say? They could sweep. Oh boy, yeah. That's the good stuff. I gotta use it again. Look at that. A lovely 14 power hasty smack 'em. Ooh.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Well, they saw the nasty stuff we did, so they didn't want to let that happen. But I knew I had the nasty stuff when they would stop the little things that were out there. But we still could die. They got this Vizier of Tumbling Sands. Various ways to either cycle and untap a permanent or untap a land. Pay a bunch of mana to do a lot of stuff. But I think their back's against the wall. They don't have a whole lot left they can do. They only have 2 Thespian stages. Wow, and a Temple of Mystery. That's not quite going to cut it. Oh, yeah, that Tyrant does. Oh, good stuff.
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
Yeah, I think that was appropriate. Okay. A nice clean plate. Very clean indeed. Whew. I guess I prefer that over Azorius Lotus Field, which is very pesky. This seems like it digs a lot more, tries to find the thing. But Azorius Lotus Field with the strict proctor coming down early on turn 2, stopping enter the battlefield effects, discontinuity, making the turn just end. It comes around to our turn and then, they pay 6 mana. If it's cast on our turn and then the turn ends, we don't draw a card, they basically just get another turn. It's like, take an extra turn, take an extra turn for 6. That's never fun, and that happened to me, I think 3 times in a row. Maybe the last time I faced them. Painful stuff, but we'll get into the next one. Ooh, that was fun. Interesting. Let's try it again. But you gotta say, it's nice to have Carnage Taunt against control. A pretty scary thing, but against things that want to kill your things, also nice to have. Carney T. Ooh, munching. Munching on opponents all day long. Abeds. I'm just happy we saw Xenagos come into play. It's been a little bit. I've missed my good buddy there. Ugh. That's okay. We had to have some bad hands at some point. I mean, it's a little better. It's always awkward whenever I see this. Sometimes I like to keep it and risk it, but it is a little bit slower, especially if we don't draw a land that enters tapped. Both of these require a forest, but it does have 2 things for 2. Redisor Alpha is a go. Okay, I want to risk it, even though I wouldn't exactly recommend to do this. Could pay off. We got 23 lands. There's a decent chance to get something. We got. Whew. Oh, all right. We still don't have Castle Garenbrig entering untapped, but that's okay. We got the plays going. That's what matters. Well, we might be losing Huntmaster anyways. Okay, but they used the Sheoldred's Edict on, well, something that wasn't Carnage Taunt or Tyrannix Rex, so I'm happy about that. That's nice. I think Marauding is still going to die. Grixis, Marauding does not die. That's okay, but when Marauding does die, we got the Huntmaster to play. I mean, we weren't playing Huntmaster anyways this turn. I think at the very least, Marauding is going to die next turn. The Goblin might trade with that token, but I don't think so. It would be nice, making them get less treasures. But they might need the treasure when the Goblin attacks. Keeping in mind they might... Okay, phew. Alright, that's also good. The Goblin is gone, no treasures. Maybe we have Regis or Alpha next turn, or we could lose both creatures. Routing to a Fatal Push and Regis or to something. Okay, they did have a Sheoldred. Huh. I think I would have let that all through. Attacked with the Goblin, played Sheoldred with the treasure, played the land. We got another Regis or ready and waiting. Beautiful stuff indeed. Devastating amounts of damage. It's hard to handle that. They better have a sweeper. Something like Extinction Event. Although Regisaur is an odd mana value and Marauding and the token are even, so it wouldn't quite be a blowout. Okay, wow. They're fast tonight, my goodness. Hopefully game 2 here is pretty fast. But interaction. It seems like Grixis, mid-range, splashing blue for stuff like Mastero's Charm. It's pretty good. It does a lot of things. You look at the top 5 cards, put one of those into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. If you have some sort of reanimation strategy, a little bit, maybe that's good. Or each opponent loses 3 life, you gain 3 life. or deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. That's not too bad, because shifting does have protection from blue, so we don't have to worry about it. But they probably have counter spells, make disappear, all those painful things. And some creatures, excuse me, a decent amount of creatures. I mean, just Sheoldred is rough. But I think we'll do the interaction. Let's go for it. Trim rampaging for sure. Switch it with shifting. Galta. Send the queen packing. Unfortunately. Get rid of Vivian Reed. I don't think they have anything flying we have to worry about. And we got to trim something somewhere. I'll still keep in Huntmaster. An early play might eat some sort of removal, potentially. 2 T-Rexes. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Actually, I'll keep 3 T-Rexes. I've got a fair bit less creatures now with those fight... Well, not a fair bit. 5 less than I had. It's still pretty high. But I still think the Great Henge could be rough to stick. Maybe I'd want Tranquil Frillback for the Graveyard Hate. Yeah. I want that for the Graveyard Hate. Oh, okay, I locked it in. Pretty sure I locked it in. Fast enough. Now, yeah, what was I thinking? Tranquil Frillback, we take out Fable of the Mirror Breaker, and we exile the graveyard. Packs a punch, and well, there's a pretty good example for interaction. Oh, my. I was happy to see 3 lands, Topiary, able to play it, 3 pieces of interaction, and now drawing Marauding. Could be devastating, but of course, anything we play, well, okay. Well, it won't get countered or killed this turn, at least. Maybe they have saw it coming that they foretold. Well, that's a very real possibility. Saw it coming is 1 and 2 blue, but if they foretell it, well, I guess it can't be that. But if they foretell it, it costs... Nah, we're going to go with Topiary. It costs 1 and a blue. Rough stuff. At least Topiary landed. That's good. Nah, I don't need a source of red. I need as much green as possible. Savage Stomp, 1 green, 1 green, 1 green. I don't want to be caught out. Okay. They're stumbling a bit. Huh. Interesting. Well, we'll just keep trying to do stuff. And did I see it? Oh, man, that would have been good for the prediction. Hashtag pre-recorded if I said it was saw it coming and I saw it coming. That's a tongue twister. Makes my brain hurt. We'll sacrifice Topiary. Good stuff. Beautiful. We got the benefit. We got the basic land, and we made them draw out the edict. I think they're in a rough spot, though. Still on 2. Maybe they have Go for the Throat, taking out shifting. Something like that. We'll be hitting them for a pretty good chunk here, though. Eventually, something's got to connect. Okay, that's all right. That's okay. We do lose shifting, which is rough. If they ever do play Sheoldred. But hopefully shifting sticks around. Okay. So that is a problem, having lots of interaction and nothing to play, sadly. But we can play any creature now with that Castle Garenbrink. Carnage Taunt. I was about to say T-Rex. Fortunately, they wasted Thoughtseize because I can't make use of this fighting interaction. I don't have a creature, and they don't have a creature out. So that's actually pretty amusing. And hopefully this lands. Phew. Good, good. We pull a card out of the library that is something I don't want to draw at this point. And hey, we drew out another Sheoldred's Edict. Fine by me. If they want to waste it. Although they want to probably keep things clear. Maybe they have even more in their hand. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully Tranquil Frillback lands, though. Maybe they'll finally use a counter spell. Okay, I saw... Okay. Hashtag pre-recorded. There you go. Saw it coming. Just took a while. But fighting Nicol Bolas, it would be pretty funny with shifting. I must admit. Well, it's not shifting, but Topiary Stomper survives. Woo. Huh. Look at that. And we still got the basic. The last basic of the deck. In the deck. Okay, they must be pretty mad at this point. They're going to take out Topiary Stomper. Something with haste. Man, I wish I kept... Oh! Now the question becomes... Pterosaurus, how's it going? You're not too late tonight. No. That's alright. That's alright. I might be able to go a little bit, but... As I mentioned, I want to make the thumbnail and get it scheduled for the early access tomorrow. However... Yeah, we're going to hit them for 5. I'm not too worried about Nicol Bolas. If they don't have an answer next turn, they die. I like our chances. Cross the fingers. I haven't been streaming for 3 hours, no. I just want to get ready for the streamer event tomorrow for the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. After I'm done this, probably another hour or so here, I think, something like that. I guess we'll get rid of a forest. That's fine. We have enough forests at this point. Yeah, I do have a tendency not to give all the information. I might have scheduled it 3 hours ago. Sometimes it gets a little funny. Or the notification, such and such is going live at this time. The notification perhaps could be 3 hours old or something like that. Oh! Well, you joined at the right time. There you go. Yeah, very nice indeed. I guess I'm talking to you in the past if it was 3 hours ago. But yeah, sometimes notifications are glitchy. Just overall. People get them, they don't get them, they're late, they're early. But it is always nice if I can schedule them ahead of time. Just so people hopefully get the notification, even though I try to do it every night. It's nice that people have a little bit of advanced warning. Some pretty fun games. Good stuff. Oh, shifting is beautiful. I must say. More useful, better more often than Ripjaw Raptor. Well, I think so. It's going to win you more games than Ripjaw Raptor. Sometimes Ripjaw might not do its thing, or might not do a lot of its thing, but shifting, you always bring it in against the thing, and you always know it's going to do good in those matchups. The second it lands, packs a punch. Scary. This hand is not so scary. It has some of those dinos, of course, but I'm going to make it work. I'm going to give it a go. Whew. Oh, I bet. You have all these situations when you're playing mono-red dinosaurs. And you're like, I would just want this green dinosaur that can't be countered. I'm facing some blue spells, blue creatures. And you're like, darn, I wish. I don't wish for a Thoughtseize ban. How it has to be. Hopefully we draw the third land now, because we lost that marauding. At least we know not to be risky. Of course, I could just generally not be risky. Oh, Greasefang. We got the Greasefang. Abzan Greasefang. Here we go. Green, white, and black. This is not good. We don't have the third land, but Greasefang does not have a vehicle in their graveyard, so whew. Phew. But I do plan on trying that mana dork. Definitely. It's going to be pretty good. That is how it happens sometimes. I go with those early Thoughtseizes, not a, okay, too little too late situation here. Yeah, it's rough stuff. Rough stuff. With that Abzan Greasefang. They don't have to cheat out a vehicle. They could just play Ezeka's Chariot with 4 mana and make a bunch of cats. This is certainly where a sweeper would be pretty darn fantastic, I must admit. But we're bringing that Tail Swipe. And Tranquil Frillback. Maybe Marauding, because they can get a lot of stuff down. I'm trimming T-Rex. We'll see. But yeah, I've had multiple times here and just on my phone where the opponent goes Thoughtseize, next turn, Thoughtseize. And then they run out of stuff. That's the only thing they do. They don't do much else, and then I just start to build up a board, play some lands, play some creatures, and I get them. They were maybe hoping I would concede right then. No, not the case. Vivian. Yeah, I think we should be good. We got Tail Swipe as the instant speed interaction for Greasefang. Take it out before it cheats a vehicle out. And then Tranquil Throwback to exile the graveyard. That package of 8, it's got to be enough. Sometimes the Greasefang doesn't do its thing anyways, so we might be okay. But this doesn't have Tranquil Throwback or that interaction. And that got worse. And there's the keeper. Okay. I think I'll go with that. I was thinking of keeping Topiary Stomper, send Marauding, playing Topiary, but I feared they might Thoughtseize. And then get rid of Topiary and I'm left with no creatures. I might just rather Marauding Raptor here. Oh! I know, Inscription of Abundance. 100%. One of the best. Although, it seems like we might be doing some interesting things. Yeah, okay, make sure Karplusan Forest is left there, 100%. Now, the fun part. When they play Greasefang next turn, Rampaging Frostodon fights it. Now, we couldn't be using Inscription of Abundance in this particular case. There you go, and this is what I was saying. One to interact at instant speed, or this. Gotta take it out. Sadly, we lose it. It's rough stuff. But sometimes all you have is one, I must admit. Hopefully it buys us time. Another Tail Swipe. Well, it's interesting. I say we just take out Rafine's Informant now. We get to make use of that temporary +1/+1. It's not Savage Stomp, but I'd rather just get a body, get some damage, and hope they don't have another copy. But they got another copy. Yeah, that tends to be the case. Not much you can do when you just don't see your Tranquil Frillback. Would have given us a bit of a chance. Certainly not at this point. You can't mulligan forever if you don't see the thing. Just how she goes. Playing Rafines to discard that Sky Sovereign or the Parhelion. Well, we had a thing to beat the thing, and we didn't see the things. And we had 2 good matches already. And I certainly could start off with Tranquil Frillback. You got to imagine, maybe switch Rampaging Ferocidon with Tranquil Frillback, or take Rampaging Ferocidon out, and whenever I face Celestia Angels, gaining all that life, I'll just throw my hands up and probably lose to it, because that's pretty rough stuff. But starting off with Tranquil Frillback, does a lot of things against a lot of things. More things than perhaps Rampaging Ferocidon, I must admit. Game 1 having a potential chance, or a better chance against, well, rough things like that. Sometimes there's not much you can do. They get their thing on turn 3, or you kill Greasefang and then they play another Greasefang. They have the whole playset all the time, so well, you just gotta roll the dice. That's how she goes. Reezy God, huh? Jangath of the Wellspring. Wellspring. This looks pretty good. Yeah. 3 lands marauding. Could be a little bit awkward in the middle there, but it's 3 lands and marauding. That's okay in my books. Cindermaw. Okay. Definitely. The trample would be good. It's hard. I imagine you would have to use both separately for a long time to see if the 1 damage pinging from Rampaging equaled out to a lot or more than the trample damage from Giant Cindermaw, and the 1 power more than Rampaging Ferocidon. That'd be a tough one. Rakdos Sacrifice could be okay. Well, they don't have the Witch's Oven yet. Don't have another creature to play, sadly, but we'll keep that marauding there just in case. Could be Regisaur, Topiary, Rampaging. A lot of things next turn. A very good chance to see one of those 12. I would hope to see one of those 12. 12 chances to see something good. There's the Topiary. Phew, the Hopiary, as I like to call it. Alright, we're in range of the Great Henge next turn. We got 5 mana with Topiary itself. We actually have 6 with Karplusin. So I might just go Carnage Tyrant. Just get a big body down to fully reduce the Great Henge. Also quite nice, but we'll keep marauding there. Just in case. Hope it doesn't get stolen. Or Fatal Pushed. Something bad. Claim the Firstborn. No. I'd be surprised if nothing got stolen this turn. Okay, that's good. We know they're not stealing anything. They would have stolen it first and then sacrificed Marauding Raptor to that deadly dispute. Very deadly. Sir Ginger the Meal Ender. That could be interesting stuff. I should probably bring that up for everybody. Has Trample, Hexproof, and Haste as long as we control a Planeswalker. So I probably don't want to play Vivian if I don't have to. Whenever another artifact they control is put into a graveyard, they put a counter on Sir Ginger and they scry 1. So this thing is getting big with the blood tokens and the food tokens and a lot of stuff. Not fun. Not fun at all. It's going to get massive. Ouch. Okay. Maybe they attack with it. Oh, they play land. Huh. Could have sworn they played a land already. Furnace Rains, very good stuff. I've been wondering about Furnace Rains. Kroxa, you attack with Kroxa, you sacrifice it, or you just steal it and sacrifice it. But hopefully you connect with Furnace Rains to get that treasure. I gotta take 6. Rough stuff. Sir Ginger still is only a 6/4. Nah, it's got to be Carnage turned. Great Henge next turn. Hopefully they don't sacrifice too many artifacts. I'll be crossing my fingers, but I'll hold everybody back. I'll see what they do, whether they attack or not, and if they attack with Sir Ginger, I might just block with it. That'd be good. It doesn't have trample, so we don't have to worry about it sending a whole lot of damage through towards us. Hopefully it doesn't get to 8 toughness. They would have to sacrifice 3 more artifacts. They can do that with that token there, sadly. It could get to 7 toughness. It's not getting to 8. Playing the Great Henge next turn for 2 is going to be quite nice. But if they attack with Sir Ginger, we block. Simple. Straightforward. Nah. Oh, okay. Oh, boy. Oh, righty. Here we go. Great Henge for 2. Topiary for 2. Draw card. Oh, my, oh, my. I'm wondering about Vivian Monster's Advocate. Yeah, let's do that instead. We'll see what's on top, although I'm still probably playing Topiary. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. We got a -2. Vivian Galta on top. Go time.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Oh, I've been hoping for this for a long time. Here you go. I get to search for any creature in my deck and play it. And get them. I wonder what creature I'm going to search for. Huh. There's Xenagos. And Xenagos is a creature. I got enough devotion. I draw a card. It gets bigger. You get the idea. Galta enters. I draw a card. It gets bigger. It's 13 with the counter. Doubled to 26. Oh.
You have no power here.
All right. Thumbs up. Good stuff. That packs a punch. I was getting a little bit worried with that Sir Ginger, but they're probably waiting until it was at least big enough that it wouldn't die to Carnage turned. Maybe. Oh, either way. I gotta admit, I kind of like having more copies of the Great Henge because you get to do stuff like that. But then we also played that. Either way, Hulking Raptor with the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, giving us 2 extra green. It's kind of like a Great Henge. We only need that 2 extra, and boom. Then we play Vivian. We play Galta on top. I'm glad I listened to my gut. Oh my goodness! Wow. I don't know. I guess it takes a lot of chances. It's hit or miss. Certainly this is not a common scenario. It's very nice when it happens, very flashy, but not something to always expect. You got to ask yourself, how many creatures do I have that are 4 or 5 power? Topiary being 4 power for 3 mana, that seems like a pretty good sweet spot. We play it with 4 lands in hand, or we start the game with 4 lands, or we start the game with 3 lands and then we draw a 4th one. Then we also play Topiary, which gets us a 5th one. And with Topiary's power, it reduces the Great Henge to only 5. So that right there, that can be lovely stuff. Pugnacious Hammer Skull was coming with the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. That's going to be very great for the Great Henge. Oh, okay, I got to lock things in. We're playing 64 dinos. I did it again. I got too excited. Unfortunately, marveling at all that damage. I knew I had to have the Tranquil Frill back, but well, this could be rough. I didn't want to not have Tranquil Frill back. Yeah. We're having a good time either way. Sometimes hiccups can happen, and sometimes you mulligan to an absolutely... Oh, I should keep it. I'll send Huntmaster to the bottom with the easiest thing to kill from those things. And everything I have is a dinosaur. Secluded courtyard, we're going to be naming Dinosaur. And I certainly want Tranquil Frill back. Okay. I think we're losing Tranquil Frill back. I don't know. All of those things are nasty. Rampaging Ferocidon with the Cauldron Familiar and the Witch's Oven, the Recursion. Okay. It's understandable. They would send that to the graveyard. We'll get the job done. That's alright. We certainly won't have a repeat of the first game, I'm pretty sure. That was nice. But we at least got that Tranquil Frill back. And it's not a back-to-back Thoughtseize. As we were mentioning, rough stuff. We got Castle Garenbeg. We could get to Tyrannox Rex. We're looking at 6 green when Topiary grabs the 5th land. That's pretty good. They must have another land. Huh. Maybe they don't. Interesting. Oh, they missed it. Nuts. Well, I know what I'm doing. Just get ahead. We've got Tyrannox Rex now. Eventually, if they don't have a Thoughtseize, we get there. Tranquil Frill back next turn. Ooh. If they don't get rid of it. Well, they might see Tyrannox Rex with a Thoughtseize, and they get rid of that, but they want to get rid of Tranquil Frill back. Or something. At least I know if they play an oven, it's gone. We're not facing cat shenanigans for too long here. That's the idea. The ideal idea. Or we just kill Sir Ginger. Or they Thoughtseize and they gotta get that Thoughtseize it. Thoughtseize or Fatal Push. Okay. That's alright. I know who I'm taking out. We can't play Tyrannox Rex this turn. Well, we could play... Yeah, we're not doing that. It messed me up. It used Secluded Courtyard. It should have used the Mountain. I'm kicking myself. I've done that sometimes. I would have been able to do 2 things, but we gotta get rid of Sir Ginger. They'll sacrifice it, make it happen. I just don't want to face it. I don't want to see it get big. They could have another copy, of course. Hopefully that's not the case. At least they don't have the Mayhem Devil. Phew, good. They don't have the Mayhem Devil. Or another Sir Ginger. Okay, that's alright. Rampaging Ferocidon certainly would have been nasty here. My oh my. Okay, we just slap down this guy, get the job done. There you go. What you gonna do? An 8/8 trample, haste, ward 4. You can't chump block that. Oh!
You won! You did it!
64 card dinos. That's the way to do it. Phew. Okay, so things are going good tonight. Yeah. Yet. They have to have had Mayhem Devil in there somewhere. Huh. I don't see how they wouldn't have Mayhem Devil. For anybody that doesn't know, when a player sacrifices a permanent, Mayhem Devil deals 1 damage to any target. Whenever anyone sacrifices a thing, that opponent with the Mayhem Devil gets to deal 1 damage to anything. Usually, they send it straight to our face. They sacrifice a lot of things, the blood tokens and all that. It's a lot of damage. Okay. Well. Tranix Rex did the trick. What else would have been better than that? In that scenario. Nothing much. Can't kill it. Didn't have close to enough mana. Can't steal it. We had other creatures we could have sacrificed to Sheoldred's Edict if they had it. But I don't think they have that. Huh. But it is nice having big creatures, whatever big creature you choose with Trample. You don't have to worry about those dinky little Voldaren Epicures, the little cats. Even though I have nothing against cats. I don't have cats myself, but you don't have to worry about those Cauldron Familiars. Game Master TX. Texas. Perhaps. Huh. Maybe I should... I think I've won every match. I should rename this stream 100% win rate Dinosaur Fighting Spells. I never liked the titles of some of those videos. Nothing's 100%. At best, it would settle 60-ish, something like that. At least that's what they say. The best pros have at most a 61 to 63% win rate. So they win every 2 of 3 games, roughly. Now, mono green. Okay. This could be rough. Certainly seeing the other Tranix Rex, but I see 2 Marauding and I see a Galta, and I know that could lead to a potentially early Galta if everything works out. Not a turn 3 Galta with this particular list, but depending what we draw next turn. Or, well, we just lose. They got Nykthos now. Unnatural Growth. I bet you guys didn't expect unnatural... Okay. We're not coming back from that. Alright, okay, well, I'll explain it for anybody that's wondering. I guess they had about the best start they could hope for. Yeah. Definitely with all this expensive stuff, not going to happen, but... okay, they were able to make 5 mana on turn 3. They had 4 Devotion with the Elf and Polychronos, so they tapped the 2 forests and Nykthos to make 4 green. They had the Elf left. 5. Unnatural gross. Well, it's a gross amount of damage, but Unnatural Growth costs 5. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature they control. They doubled Polychronos, swinging for 8. That's not great. And we weren't doing anything next turn. But we know what they're all about. We know they have Unnatural Growth, which I don't think I've really ever seen in Mono Green Devotion, but it makes sense. Unnatural Growth gets them 4 more towards that Devotion count, so I guess that makes sense. But seeing it, I don't like it. So Tranquil Throwback is coming in. We'll trim Tranix Rex. They're not countering anything. They're not targeting a whole lot of things. And Rampaging, if we get it early enough, before they barf a lot with Storm the Festival, it could chip away. It's done that in a few cases. I've been able to be aggressive enough, and I've got the job done. Although a little bit of interaction against Polychronos might be nice. We'll leave it like that. I was thinking of switching Carnage Tyrant with Shifting, just lower the curve even further. But I know it can be risky. Maybe not risky like the first game, but okay. Kind of want to keep it, kind of don't. We're going to keep it. Yep, we can make it work. Maybe, hopefully they go slow, but at least we know they won't be doing anything early to Hunt Master. Alright, here goes nothing. Okay, no, don't need more lands. That's alright. I love this land. We got a dinosaur specific forest, so always nice to see. I I thought that might happen. That's okay. We get to chip away at Kiora. It's not nothing, but it's going to take one less to take her out. Oh boy. Should have listened to my gut. Just like I listened to my gut and I played Vivian Monster's Advocate first. And then we saw that Galta on top. Whew. But they don't have Nykthos yet. Okay, there's... Okay. Tranquil Frill back. Replay that Storm the Festival now, buddy. Now you don't. Boom. Not today. Hopefully that bought us a bit of time. Tranquil Frillback could block Cavalier of Thorns. They could have another Storm the Festival in their hand. So it might not matter. Probably doesn't. Where there's one storm, there's another. Okay, that's good. That's good. I have been seeing a little bit. Probably a few days ago, I want to say I was facing them a fair bit. And now I'm not really facing them. But there's such a wide range of decks. That's just how it goes for people. Variants. Even though a deck might not be super popular, like Adventures, you could face 2, 3, 4 in a day. And that might color your opinion. Thinking it's a little bit more popular than it is. But yeah, you never know. Cut, how's it going? How's it going? Hopefully all is well. Yeah, 3 times in a row. I must say that happens once in a while. And it's weird. But I just chalk it up to, yeah, variance, how she goes. Well, we can't play the Great Henge. It's not great. I want to see if we can maybe play the Great Henge next turn. You never know. Play something, play Galta, play the Great Henge. Although I'm pretty sure it's over. I would imagine with all that damage. The Great Henge probably is not going to be saving us here. 2 up the beanstalks. Okay, the opponent's preparing to draw a lot of stuff. Next turn. A bit busy. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully, even though you're busy, Cut, everything's still going well, as smooth as possible. But I imagine there's probably some hiccups. Usually is when things are busy. Yeah, happy to have you. Not so happy to take all this damage. That's okay. 4, 8, 13. Nah, we'll take it all. We'll see what we draw. Then we'll die. But you never know. I've gotten some very sneaky wins. Another land is not going to land us win, even though we can play Galta. Ouch. That's rough stuff. 3, 6, 8. 8 lands in the top 12. So 8 lands in a fifth of the deck. Ooh, darn nuts. Speaking of nuts. Yeah, that's alright. Pretty good though. But I gotta take off my sweater, as I usually do. My computer and myself heats up everything here pretty darn quick. Okay. Another one. Let's go. Where's that? Is it Phoenix? Maybe I scared away all the graveyard chickens and the thing in the ices. Even though the Awoken Horror is very scary, maybe that deck is scared to face something like this with Graveyard Exile and taking out flyers and nasty damage, stuff they can't do much about. with the big scary dinos. The algorithm sees me and it says, no is it Phoenix for this person tonight. Okay, not that. One land. It's going to be rough. Too rough. Especially being Castle Garenbrig. That's going to be it. Certainly send the queen to the bottom. We got to force at least the castles enter untapped. And we lose rampaging. Oh, excuse me. Oh, we got another Tranix Rex. Okay. We could get there. We got at least a Castle Garenbrig. Maybe it's going to be a similar turn of events to the previous game against Mono Green. Too much lands. Certainly it's nice to get there. The opponent waits for us to do something, but if we're not doing anything, they might not be doing anything. However, it seems like it's the mere control. Oh, okay. Grixis twice in one night. So it goes back to facing, well, this isn't right in a row, but 2 Grixis Control in a night, kind of strange. 2 Dimir Control in a night, kind of strange like it was last night. Huh. They'll get rid of Carnage Tyrant, I'm pretty sure. Gotta be Carnage Tyrant. Yeah. That's alright. That's alright. We might still get there. Okay, we'll play Hunt Master and watch it die, but we know that's going to happen, so it's going to get answered. Who knows by what? Oh, fatal push. That's so unfair. My, oh my. Oh, another one, perhaps. That's alright. To be expected against a deck like this. When you go into blue, it's going to be even more painful. Just a strange turn of events. Sometimes goes super good, sometimes it doesn't, and well, can't win them all. Where's that 5th land? Ouch. Okay, I was gonna say, I would have hoped to see it. I'm gonna try and get the counterspell. Oh, they don't have a counterspell. That entered immediately. This could be very valuable information. If it paused for a little bit there's a good chance they had a counterspell. They might have turned off or went into auto pass to pretend like they didn't have it. Either way, that could be good. We at least got the thing. We got a body. Maybe they kill it, maybe they don't. Nope, they're getting rid of, well, maybe Tyrannix Rex. That's a little bit more scary. Oh boy, you better hope I don't draw another land. Oh, we got Carnage Tyrant, Go time. Shieldred's Edict making us sacrifice a non-token. Could be happening. Okay, drown in the lock. There you go. They do play drown. Cut. That's good stuff. Although this is also good stuff. Virtue of Persistence. Too little, too late, buddy.
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
Dang! Oh!
Wow. I was almost thinking of doing the laugh there because I did nothing for a long time. And then I still beat them. They killed all the stuff, and then I just got to the big stuff, and then I still won. That's not the first time that happens. Sometimes that's just how it goes, and you just gotta stay positive. The things keep dying. We were almost a quarter of the way through the deck, and we still hadn't seen the 5th land. 4 lands in a quarter of the deck is, well, that's pretty unlucky. So you know, it's coming up pretty quick, at least that 5th land to get us the Dinosaur, They didn't have a counter, it seemed like, and boom, it landed. They had to use some removal, and okay. We got lucky. Lucky-ish. Even though if we're not doing anything, sometimes they're not doing anything. Because we need to do something for them to do something. But we'll trim Rampaging. We'll bring in that shifting. Tranquil Frill back as well. Yeah. We'll trim Galta. That could be rough getting to her. That's for sure. Galta and Vivian there. But we see Virtue of Persistence. It would be nice to destroy it with Tranquil Frill back and also exile graveyards. Because at the beginning of their upkeep, they put a target creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under their control. So we don't want that to happen, especially if they've swept or made us sacrifice one of the bigger dinosaurs. No. Extinction event to take out maybe Carnage Tyrant and a bunch of stuff. Then Virtue of Persistence to grab our Carnage Tyrant and bring it over for them. Put a stop to that. I like the looks of that. The opponent has mulliganed at least once, which is quite nice. We got a bunch of lands. We got Castle Garenbrig. Oh, Tyrannix Rex. Good stuff. A very good chance to see Topiary, Huntmaster, or Marauding. But not yet. 2 Tyrannix Rexes, good. Xenagos also good to see that. Okay, well, start the discard train. Let's go. Gifted Aetherborn is a little bit rough, so I might bring in a little bit of interaction. Although I must say, Triumphant Chomp. Oh, I can't wait. 1 red, sorcery speed. Deal damage to target creature equal to the greatest power among dinosaurs you control. So you're not touching it. So we don't worry about death touch creatures. And that's going to make all the difference. Get the Stomping Ground down. I'm not playing anything that turn, so I might as well do it. And make sure I don't have to take 2 in a pinch at some point. I'll play this. I think Huntmaster would die for sure, but shifting might not. Might just be sacrificed. Okay, good. No Shieldred's Edict, a very positive thing indeed. We could see Carnage Tyrant next turn. We're in range of that, and the turn after that, we start to get Tyrannix Rex online. And they haven't been super duper aggressive. Nicol Bolas, you can't do anything to shifting. Protection from blue, buddy. They looked at it, they're like, oh darn, I can't. Trim Huntmaster, that thing wasn't sticking around. Do I want to smack Nicol Bolas and lose shifting? You know what, let's do it. Let's force him to get rid of that Gifted Aetherborn so it's not going to trade with the T-Rex. We still get to send 2 damage towards Nicol Bolas. That's pretty good. Well, they can't -3. There's nothing for them to target, so they will still... Okay. Oh, Necromentia to name Tyrannix Rex. That's... goodness. Well, that does the trick. That does the trick. Okay, we make 2 zombies. We could still maybe take out Nicol Bolas. You never know. I don't need Karplusan Forest anymore. Another shifting next turn would be good. Huh. Okay, so we gotta watch out for that Necromentia. Interesting. Ooh, another Rockfall Veil. Also painful stuff. They have enough to escape Croak, so they will after we take out Nicol Bolas. After we don't take out Nicol Bolas. I don't remember the last time I've seen Necromentia played, but I'm bringing it up just so you guys can read it, discuss it a bit. They choose a card name. They chose Tyrannix Rex. They searched their graveyard, hand, and library. Basically, they exiled all Tyrannix Rexes And yeah. So there's no chance of seeing him anymore this game. Pesky stuff. We made 2 zombies because we had 2 in our hand. Well, it is nice to at least get Carnage turned. Maybe we see a Xenagos, or they have Shieldred's Edict. Good. They still don't have it. Phew. Gotta be a land. We can still make 6 green. That's pretty good. Okay. Well, we're not winning this one. That's for sure. Huh. Okay. They want to be a exile person. Huh. Well, that packs a punch. At least we have 2 different big scary dinos. They would need 2 necromenches. But imagine if they see some, and if they see us getting close to playing it, they're going to do it. Would it want a little bit of rampaging Frostodons? Maybe. I could see that. Tranquil Frillback, so we don't have to worry about Kroxa. Virtue of Persistence, nothing in the graveyard for that. Shifting, that could buy us a bit of time, although they don't have a lot of blue stuff. I think it's mostly blue for Nicol Bolas, probably. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. I'm certainly not going to cut the big scary dinos. But with them playing Necromantia, we might have a small window where they tap a bunch of mana, and then we can do some painful stuff with something else, and that's a keeper. Big time. Even though I imagine these things might get dealt with. That could work. A little bit. At least we get to play one of them, so you gotta look on the positive side of things. Get rid of the early stuff, the cost reducers, Necromantia away the Tyrannix Rexes, and there's not a whole lot you can do. Okay, still alright. At least one of the lands is Castle Gernbreg, although we do need another source of green. Something other than Secluded Courtyard. Just so we can activate that ability. Okay. Maybe Necromantia's coming up. At least we got a forest. We got Castle Gernbreg at some point. Necromantia, do that Tyrannix. Oh, okay, we got Shifting Ceratops. It's gonna be you know what. Good. They don't have Shieldred's Edict. They certainly would have played it if they had it. Maybe they drew it. Something. The end? Okay, so they got a lot of stuff that exiles. They search our library, our hand, and they exile all the copies of that thing. Necromantia does something similar, but they're tapped out. They can't do anything. They can't counter. They can't kill Regisaur. We're taking this opportunity. We're getting easy to deal with creatures on the board. Then they either do something with the stuff in our hand or the stuff we have. That's okay. Just play the stuff. Do it. Oh, we got T-Rex. We got the T-Rex. Maybe it draws out you know what. Hopefully it doesn't. Shieldred's Edict. Okay. Non-token. Sacrifice. Oh, they don't have it. Oh boy. What's it gonna be? Something this turn or not. Oh, I love it when they're in sticky situations. That's good. That's good they had to do it. However, I kind of like Tranquil. Nah, we're playing Carnage turn. What am I thinking? Get the guy down. And hopefully don't lose him. That's good. That's good. We can take him down by 1, possibly. Okay. Maybe they fail to push Huntmaster. That's alright. Oh, their backs against the wall. Phew. Last ditch effort. 1 to 20. Oh, what's it gonna be? Can't target it. I must admit, that's probably my favorite clip. I do still forget about stuff on the second page of my Stream Deck there, because I got enough clips now that I have to use a second page, switching between them, like the plane there, person crashed and burned fantastically. Okay, what, man, all right. I'll leave it there for tonight. I'll try and get the thumbnail and the stream set up for tomorrow's Lost Caverns of Ixalan early access streamer event, showcasing the new cards in a dinosaur light. Yes, oh, a lovely win. The big scary dinos showed up big time tonight, I must admit. Many times. Not doing much, you just play them and you kill them. And you play them and you kill. Again and again. Yes, have a nice night, Cut. Nice to see you again. Pterosaurus as well. JDX, if you're watching, I will be making Pokemon stuff at some point. Adam, Heaven, everybody. Have a good rest of your time zone. Have a good rest, wherever it is, whenever it is. And I'll see you next time. Peace.